So there's only two kind of people in this world. One, the people who know the truth. Two, the people who doesn't know the truth. So if you are watching my videos, if you have been watching my videos since the beginning of it, or maybe in the part of it, you are not the second type of people. You are the people who know the truth. So the people who know the truth have to act accordingly, like the people who know the truth. Even though you know the truth, sometimes you have to hide it for your own good or somebody else's good. So I'll tell you one thing. Like about the karmic retribution. Ever heard of something like that? Karmic retribution. So this is a kind of theory that the Satanists follows. Satanists follow this theory because they just put this kind of sin on other people. Like, I do a kind of sin and I will, collaborate or makes you join the sin that I'm doing without even knowing that you are doing the sin. Like making yourself do the sin like a good thing. I'll give you one example. If I'm trying to do a karmic retribution, I have an apple store and I'm trying to sell apples. Like just the normal apples. That is just normal thing. When I'm trying to do the karmic retribution, I'll sell the apple, the poisoned apple, by saying that this is a poisoned apple, and this cost $2 or $5. And the people who buy this poisoned apple are willingly buying this poisoned apple. They know this is poisoned apple. They know if you take a bite of this, they're gonna die. So I'm selling this poisoned apple, doing a sin, and people are buying this poisoned apple. They're also doing a sin. By knowing that this is a poisoned apple, that is also a sin, but they are not knowing that they are doing a sin. They know that is a sin, but they are not knowing that they are doing a sin. If they take a bite, they are doing the sin. Exactly like what has been happening inside this world. Maybe take years, you can take the years after COVID. I tell you, the kind of music concert that has been happening in this world is, massive number. If you ever go to a concert, where are you going to concert? Music concerts. What is all these things? Just jumping up in the sky. It's just stupid shit. Always. It has always been a stupid shit. And this stupid shit has been growing after COVID. Drastically. This kind of music concerts are trying to, they are actually doing a sin and making you do the sin. See, what happens in these kind of music concerts? They're taking drugs. Fights have been happening. The people who go to music concerts regularly are the people who are far away from God. Far away from God. If you are a person, obviously you are not because you're watching my videos. If you are a person, or if you know a person who goes to music concerts regularly, send this to him. And just ask this guy, how near are you to God? Like how near? You can just say it. If you can think about it, am I near to God? Have I been thinking about God lately? Have I been doing sins that God doesn't like? See, make him think like that. So the person will be just walking away from the sin that he's been doing lately. I just moved this camera a little bit. Fine. Okay. So this is a kind of realization that you should have about the things that has been happening around this world. And about the karmic retribution, you can see that this kind of music concerts, this is a sin. That you're going to waste time. This kind of drugs, this kind of bad people are coming here, this kind of bad things are happening, this kind of music concerts. But still you go. See, that is a common contribution. And I'll tell you one more big example about the people who control the world. There are certain number of people who control the world, literally control the world. Like, they control it with money, they control it with medicine, they control it with war, they control it with religious kind of things. They control it with certain kind of people. They control it with music too. I recently watched a video on Instagram, and the kind of music concert. It is a kind of music concert, and it's on the screen. It is written like some Hebrew letters and some kind of satanic ritual things. You can see in some books. So in a circle with a star drawn in the center, some satanic ritual is going in the center of this concert on the stage. So the person who's singing is Taylor Swift with some red background, red kind of smokes and all those, the satanic things and those kind of things. Yeah, the people who are the fan of Taylor Swift obviously go there. The people who like the songs of Taylor Swift go there. So you go there to enjoy the music, but unknowingly you are doing a sin. See, this is the type of thing that they inject in your mind. And I can see so many people will come under this video and justify that going to a concert is not a bad thing. It is not going to the concert is a bad thing. It is the way you justify that going into the concerts. Fuck. Going into the concerts are not a bad thing. You dare yourself to justify these kind of things. You have to, because going into the concert is not a bad thing, but what is happening inside the concert is a bad thing. Like, I've recently heard a quote that Satan will make you do bad things by making you think that the bad thing you do is actually right. See, think about it. That is what has been happening lately. So the people who come under the comments and justify that going to the concert are not bad are doing the exact same thing. And I can tell you one more thing. One more thing is that, have you heard a book called the Great Reset? I guess the Great Reset COVID-19. Guess when it was released? 2018, I guess. Probably before COVID. And in those books, in some part of that book, it is written that exact things that will be happening while the COVID is happening. See, the vaccination, the kind of lockdowns, kind of things about the war. You can say that the Israel and Palestine, those kind of things. Those kind of things has been happening way before COVID. But in the book too, how did this guy write a book about COVID and the exact same thing happened? It is called the KARMIC retribution. He's just selling the poisoned apple by telling that this is a poisoned apple and selling this book, making these people read and realize that these are the real things that are going to happen inside this world, and exactly those kind of things are really happening inside this world. See, you can see the real acts of real. It is not fucking magic. What is the word for that? It is, the things, the written things that has been happening inside this world. So, if you're not against these things, you have to be, you have to be aware of these kind of things, because what are you gonna do without knowing all these things? You just, maybe if you have a job, 9 to 5 job, I just wake up, take a bath, dress my iron my shirts. What is it? See, you have to be aware of these kind of things and just act against these kind of things, because the people who control this world are pure evil, pure evil. So you have to be aware. At least read books. Even people say that I don't read books. The books I read are 48 Laws of Power, Psychology of Money, Purple Cow, the Persuasion's Law, and the History of Money. All this kind of books. I've read all these kind of books, and I'm not a person who reads like other people. I cannot sit in front of a book and just read until the book is finished. I just, inquire about the book. I just ask people who have read the book that I want to read, and just thinks, okay, fine, this might have something that this guy have missed, but I can find it. See, my interest goes that way. It's not like you. You may be reading like, oh, this is romantic. Oh, this is fantasy. This is so stupid, fucking shit. No, that is not the way you have to select the book. You have the book that you read, the information that you get, have to take a space inside your head and make sure that space you give to stay for that information worth it. See, fantasies and stupidity are not the things that you have to be stored inside your head. Information that is lethal, information which will help yourself, information that will help other people, information that can benefit, these kind of the things that have to be stored inside your head. These kind of the information have to be stored inside your head because this will benefit. So all you have to do is these kind of things. Just be aware, act accordingly. So even if you know all these kind of things, there are big kind of people who control this world. There are big bankers. There are big, owners of money. The people who print money just like that. You might not be able to find any of these people directly. Maybe I like the person Andrew Tate. He got banned from social media, of course, and all the social media accounts and the whatever digital things have been banned for him. I've heard that he cannot even book an Uber. What kind of a world is this? What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Like, convince the Uber driver, hey, the Matrix and all this. What? See that we live in these kind of world, and after cutting off all the digital access for you, I've heard him say this kind of thing. After cutting off the digital access for you, they'll warn you again. There's like 3 warnings, I guess. They'll warn you again by putting you in jail, by giving on some fake cases and those kind of things. Maybe a rape case, human trafficking case, just like Andrew had. So even after you escaped that thing, some mysterious death is going to happen for you. Maybe some accident. Maybe if you go in a private jet, if you're that rich, you will be that rich. If you're that much famous, you're going to be that rich. Maybe your second engine of your private jet fails. Accidents happen. So these kind of the things that can happen if you act against these kind of people. But you cannot directly act against these kind of people when you are at a very low level. You have to have a finance backup, you have to have a networking backup, you have to have, the political kind of backup. So these kind of things that you have to have, because it is part of the security of yourself. So even if tomorrow, if my account is banned, or my, video got viral, who knows, I have backup. Even my social media got, my digital access gets, cut off, I have backup. I get back to digital media again and again. The more the people try to, cut me off on certain things, the more I get to, step over it. That is what the backup and kind of network I have, which I wish you also have. And I need you to have this kind of, this kind of network by, this by experience. Even though I'm just 24, 25 years old, I have this kind of, the mindset, or what would you say, the network, the ability to the these kind of things. It is because maybe God have decided these kind of things. I don't know. So I need you guys also to have these kind of back. So all you gotta do is just sign up to, the course that I'm trying to sell. It is just, cost 1 rupee. So just sign up, get into the broadcast channel, know the secrets to get a unbreakable network, unbreakable skills, unbreakable everything that you need. So once you get to that level, nothing can stop you. If you are a person who knows the truth, and if you are a person who knows the truth and try to fight against the evil, like how I did, you have to sign. This is for you. Definitely, this is for you. Just click the link below to the, my Instagram broadcast channel. Just join this channel and see what happens rest. So until we see you next time, stay out.